Welcome to the Reinvented Life with Pamela Chanel David. Do you want to step up your game? Pursue your dreams. Be the best version of yourself. The Reinvented Life is here to help. The Reinvented Life is about courage. It's about staying relevant. It takes grit. It defies gravity. It's about taking inventory of where you are today and where you want to go. Embrace change. Make things possible and reinvent your life. Call in with questions at 888-994-4995. Now, it's time to reinvent your life with Pamela Chanel.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Reinvented Life. Actually, it's just turning afternoon here in California. And today we're going to have a conversation that I've been having a conversation with a lot of people about lately, which is about authenticity versus accountability. And we're going to dig right into this with Dawn and Freddy, the hosts of the Brooklyn Cafe, the founders of AMP2 Media, my business partners, my muses, my visionaries. I can't say enough about these two individuals and the collaboration with them. So welcome, Dawn and Freddy, to the Reinvented Life.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Well, it is Tuesday, but happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
We're on the other side of the planet.
It's been a long day. Woo. Wow.
Yeah,
Baxter must be on the set.
Happy
Tuesday. What a day.
Why did you say Wednesday?
It feels like a Wednesday.
Our days just run into one another, don't they? Oh, my goodness. My dog has joined me here, so anyway.
Happy Tuesday. We are
both?
really excited to be with you and your dog.
Yeah, here we are. You know, all distractions think we could get her distracted, and she's not. But it's what it is, which is the theme of today's show, which is authentic. So, yeah, excited.
We are
to be
loving
here.
the whole Reinvented Life network concept, and they're working on a highlight reel for you right now. And I'm excited.
Awesome.
And I'm not excited you broke your foot, but I'm excited. And I was thinking of you yesterday, that it took you to pause to do this, to put this together, because yesterday chaos happened in the lobby within a matter of seconds. So one person left upset, another person left upset. Next thing I know, I fell. And I'm thinking, you know what? I kind of feel like Chanel, because all of these things happened, and I actually had to sit down, regroup, and we sat and did Sally's show. But I feel like there's a reason that things happen, and thankfully you're healing, and I'm okay. And it was kind of just a message to regroup and do what you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, first of all, I hope you're okay. You're feeling
good,
okay. It's interesting. I broke my right foot the last day of January. Here we are, mid to late May, and not only have I been dealing with my foot, but I'm now dealing with the other side of my body, the left side, the nerves that have been so aligned for months. So I'm going to take care of my dog for 1 second if you guys want to go ahead, and I will be right back.
We'll go ahead and we'll keep chatting.
You know, it's amazing because since the Reinvented Life started doing her network stuff, it's taken our game to another level. So, and I wanted to share this with her, where we are now doing remotes, and we've grown out of the box to do the remotes, dual remotes, quadruple remotes, throwing it back to studio, maybe doing 3 remotes at one time. All of this is because the Reinvented Life actually showed us that we are able to bring more content on the same minute at the same time. And that to me is a deal changer, because it makes more content available and more things she could do within the scope of what she's trying to accomplish.
Did you learn anything or any messages today of all the things we've done? Did anything resonate with you today?
Well, some of the things that we went to today, we checked out another remote situation, we went to the bank for the 501c3, but I woke up this morning and the light bulb went on. Now, I've been doing this really a long time. And because of, I'll talk to you later, Baxton, because of what we've been accomplishing recently with what you're doing and the ideas and philosophies you're bringing forward, what those shows have done, we want to make it where now we're doing multiple remotes in 2 different locations. We don't stop the show. The show continues. And we have people in here that are going to carry the ball. What I've learned is if you really, really believe in what you do, really believe in, you can make anything happen. You can make everything happen. And you can make it happen at a very high pitch with adjustments along the way. So I'm excited. You have no idea of what you have created on this side of the United States.
Thank you. And I heard every word. And, it's so funny that here my dog is barking. And what you just said, Freddie, is everything. Is the show just goes on. This is real life. You get distractions. You get things that happen. And the truth is that why I think this is so exciting and going to be so successful is because of the theme of what we're bringing forward, which is it is authentically aligned with I know of exactly who I am and exactly who the 2 of you are. And that is the single reason. It's the alignment. It's the authenticness versus just being accountable to life. And it goes back to what we always talk about, which is we are human beings. And so if we're being true to ourselves, I know this reinvented life started out of an adversity that I experienced and had experienced for decades. And the reinvented life was born in bringing my health back to alignment, in saving my life. When you're given a year to live, which was now over a decade ago or just at a decade ago right now, you have to pause. And Dawn, it's what you said. You think you learned the lesson. But here we are a decade later, and it has taken 10 years to learn about that pause. And what happened? I got it again. Because I knew that inherently and in my soul, it's way beyond my story now. Right. It's what it brought to the forefront, which is the importance of what people have been through, the lessons they've learned from that, the overcomings they've had of it, and now bringing other shows of other people, their stories, their businesses to the forefront. And it's like exponential growth when that happens. So that is why this is so exciting, because exponentially you're growing your businesses as well.
And it's growing and it's growing. And the reason we couldn't do this morning is we had to go to the bank because our non-for-profit that we've been working on got approved. So we're really grateful. We had to go set up the bank account. And our astrologer told us we had to do it before the 24th, which is, in 3 days. And I'm going away on the 24th, which got me down to 2 days. And we had this bucket of time to go out and do these things. And then today she came in and did the cards. And my cards were 100% right. All of my ideas of where I am, it's so much bigger than me thinking I can do everything. So we left this morning kind of chaotic because some producers were coming in, we were leaving, others came in. And I was very quiet when on our first location because the phone kept going off. And we came back and they all came together. We left a list of things that needed to be done. And by the time they're all leaving for the day, they've come together, however they figured it out. And they created one of the things on the list was for you, one was for Sue, another was a sizzle for you, a logo for the foundation. And they've worked their way through the entire list, whether individually or as a group. And now they're all coming and saying, let me put it on a label, let me do this. And they figured it out. So it's so much bigger than we are if we leave it and let them be to their own creativity, is what I learned from today.
And accountability is, you have to have accountability in everything you do. Even if it doesn't work out, you have to be accountable, yes or no, to learn from it. I think that we had that with Sally yesterday. And the show, it blew up the circuit yesterday. It's funny. Don't think your way out of a situation. Think your way into a situation and continue to have the confidence and do what you got to do because you know you can. And you know you can, so do it. And again, I attribute a lot to what we went through, the changes that we went through like a month ago. The networking is all I'm talking about now, all over Boca. Because the networking brings people together, businesses together. I mean, this bank, affiliation in this business is huge. United Community wants to affiliate with us. They even gave us a meeting place to bring in businesses in their place. In their place. We just met them today. And it all comes down to, if you have good connections, just use them. But be accountable. Make sure that you're going to be there when you say you're going to be there. Do the things you say you're going to do. Don't make promises you can't keep. And that's what's happened in the last 2 days. It's amazing.
Well, so this is exactly it. All the doings in life, all the things that we do that we say we're going to do, and we are committed to doing, we're reliable about it, people start to recognize this about us. These are the accountability, and you can't get anywhere without it. However, when we take all of that, which is exactly what you're describing, and now put it into motion, which is authentically where you are in terms of your business, it's alignment. So alignment and authenticity are what then propels it forward to that exponential spot. Being accountable, of course, you have to be reliable, honest, everything you're doing in business, be truthful about, right? But that only takes us so far because those are the doings. Now what you're experiencing with the bank, a bank does not offer their own space until they feel, and they probably felt it immediately, you said just met them today, that it was in alignment with where you're going, right? That is a different distinction now of what you're doing. So whether it's for-profit or a nonprofit or a traditional organization or just an entrepreneurial journey, what's exciting about this is when people take that to the level that others feel that energy. Because we are in the business of, no matter what one's field is, at the end of the day, it's delivering the energy. It is being in a frequency that is uplifting to people. It is a frequency that makes them want to move, makes them want to do. That's what excites me about the Reinvented Life Network. It's not listening to one person and what he or she may have overcome. It's much bigger than that. Is the universe saying this is authentically where one is as an example of where you could be?
So
And
does
that's
authentic, let me ask you, does authentic mean being who you are, right? Authenticity, being genuine and true to yourself, or is it presenting yourself authentically? I can't even say the word.
Authentically?
Authentically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great
Is it just
question.
being you? It's being you, but also presenting yourself as you, so people see the trueness of who you are, and then holding yourself accountable, or holding them account, or holding everyone accountable.
Yeah, it's an alignment.
Okay.
So authenticity takes away any facades that we create. Everyone creates them on a daily basis to fit in or do business a certain way or conduct conversations. There's a mold, there's a shape shifting that happens. And when an alignment is there, it creates an authenticity that's actually real. So I love you brought up your hypnotist. I love that you brought up your astrologist. I love that you bring up all these modalities that you show on the show. Why? This astrologist represents precisely. I've done now beginning to do a lot of work in that field. And in the past, I thought it was woo-woo. I never understood it. I thought it was a horoscope on a line in the dated newspaper. It's not that at all. It's how is the universe aligning so that we can show up our true selves. That's what that is. That is why authenticity is so important, along with the accountability. Because if you just have the accountability, it only gets you so far.
Right. It's about timing also. She has led us through, Helen has led us through this process to the timing, to the month, to when to sign contracts, when not to sign contracts, knowing full well that we were ready to do it, but we waited until the timing was right. Now, you may think I'm nuts, but authentically, apparently it's who I am, and it's how I believe and how I fit into it. So people are either in alignment with me for that, so you must be.
I don't even argue anymore.
Our crew must be in alignment because they're still here, and it is what it is. It's just how business works in my mind, because I feel like then I have the full support of the universe with me doing this.
Listen, she said to me she was going to do a not-for-profit and get it done, and I laughed. 30 days later, she got the letter. It was approved. You can't laugh no more, and you got to take it seriously, and you got to say you got to believe in it. Otherwise, you're looking from the outside in. She's done it. It's been done, and even I thought she was out of her mind. And she got it done. So who am I to say I don't believe? I do believe. She tells me, hop in 1 foot, I'm going to do it.
He's like, we're going to go to the bank. He says, okay, which bank are we going to?
How fast you want to get there?
This is beautiful, and this is exactly what it is. I totally understand, based on the studying and the work I'm doing. Very important why it was done the 24th. Very important why it was done before the 24th. We could do a whole show on that, right? And bring in experts as to why. But Dawn, you said it best, which is you have the universe, if you want to say it like that, the atmosphere, the planets, the timing, all of it working with you. And the example is the opposite side of it. You could be being accountable, right? We've all had established accountability partners in our lives and in business, and we've got it all, and we've got it, went through the mechanics, went through the logistics, got it all done, and we still didn't see the forward progress. And that is why this authenticity and this alignment has to go along with it to get us additional growth. And this is why this conversation is so important, because if you're going to reinvent your life, we've been talking about this for years. There's steps that I actually coach people to reinvent their life and businesses. But I am shifting that now to absolutely roll that on this foundation of authenticity and alignment. The new coaching I'm doing with people includes everything the Reinvented Life has done. I've used that myself personally. I've seen you guys use it. I've seen my clients use it. But when we elevate it up, because it is a language, astrology as an example, is a language of energy. So energetically, when we add that to the accountability that we're doing, you see exponential growth. And I keep using the word exponential, but it's the exact perfect word. I've seen it with you. I'm seeing it with you.
I'd love to see you do another show, and maybe with Sue or just the whole cohort. Because if we all look back to where businesses started, whatever your business is, I don't think anyone could imagine it is where it is today, right? The twists and turns, and wherever people started is different than where you are. Never did I think we would have a foundation, but bringing in our crew was all that I knew with my background of special needs, right? So I know the modifications and adaptations that we make. The rest of our crew has been spectacular because everyone rises to where they need to rise. So it brings that forward. And that's just who we've always been. So this was the next step. And people don't understand. You get tired of explaining. It is what it is. But this is who we are. And so we are walking in our authenticity of what we do here.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that Dawn describes one side of the quarter because we've been living on the other side of the quarter. And it was Dawn's idea to bring in the producers. It was Dawn's idea to have them come and help us grow, to help them grow. But the need of what they need has grown so big that it's changed. There's no denying that something has to be done to help them. What I like is that I live on the other side of the quarter because on my side, I know cameras, I know angles, I know selling, I know that networks work, I know talent. And to be able to incorporate all of that to help grow a foundation, man, I got to pinch myself. I own the foundation. Holy smokes, are you kidding? There's a kid from the Bronx. He can't even spell the word foundation, and much less live it. Much less live it.
But Freddie, what I want you to see, what excites me so much, and that what I want people, and I just encourage people to discover in yourself, is all the logistics, all that you know, all the cameras, the setting up the studio, the setting up the space, all of what you do and have mastered in the broadcast piece of it would only have gotten you so far if you yourself lacked the visionary part of it. Your vision, Freddie, and I don't want you to minimize this at all. Your vision of what this is that authentic alignment within yourself that helps collaborate with others and take the best of what they have. So with what Dawn saw in her mind and created is because it's a reflection of your energy and your visionary, I would say, I guess, philosophy of never settling. And yours is reflective of her ability to take that and know authentically in herself what's right. And then when you add the elements of a network like this is, then it's like combustible. Then that energy is so vibrant, you can't stop it. It's like a moving train out of the station.
It's funny. That's kind of what Helen said on your reading today, that you've been working at this apprenticeship level for a long time. You've been doing the technology of everything, but now you need to see yourself like the man in the dark room coming into the light and everything you need to find and working towards your full spirituality of everything. It's what Helen said, Chanel just said.
It's true. It's kind of creepy.
They just said the exact same thing.
It's kind of creepy.
She didn't watch the show.
I didn't even watch that show, but it's energetically the truth. It is the authentic alignment to all our beings. And I'm going to date myself here back 4 years. The first conversation, Freddie, that we have, I knew, I didn't even know a lot of what I'm talking about now. I knew how to reinvent. I knew that pattern and I knew that trajectory. But I knew something was spectacular with your vision, and it pulled me in, Freddie, and it made me want to be a part of it. And when you lean into that, all the doings, all the logistics, because you're so talented at what you do, will happen. But the next level, the next remote you go to, the next place you go to, the next alignment, the next person that brings together shows for the network, it's going to feel natural because you started with that vision. It's very contagious.
Contagious, but I got to tell you, because the next contagious is we're going to take this to another platform, because this platform should be put on a TV network. And that's going to be my angle, is to take businesses and let the world know that what you're doing right now is going to change many people's lives. Not only ours, but theirs. I've always been under the philosophy that I love to set up a stage and then watch all of you work it. And so I met Dawn, and I said, this is your stage. Watch you cherish. So it doesn't surprise me to see your talent. When I first met you, I said, we need more of you. That we're going to do AMP in California. You're the leader of that. You're the leader of the networks. We have networks that we're planning all over the place. Trust you me. Do I have ideas? Every day. But I need the cast of characters to be able to fulfill that plan, make it grow, make it feel like it's your own. I mean, you've blossomed into unbelievable.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but it is because of this alignment. It is because of this working together with a shared vision, and at the end of the day, not limiting our possibilities at all. I know we're out of time here. I want to do another show very, very soon with the two of you and start expanding on this notion, because unless we're setting the stage, leading the pack, people need to know what's possible. And so again, the Reinvented Life Network is not only born, but it is here for people in a very easy, accessible, and affordable way to bring their stories and bring their businesses forward. Thank you for being guests on this show.
Thank you.
Thank you for your partnership.
Thank you. It is
everyone.
our pleasure.
It is. Thank you. I know it's a lot of thank yous, but it's all about gratitude. And at the end of the day, that's what this platform is all about, is knowing what's possible, being in gratitude, and aligning yourself with the right people. So next week, in the next maybe few days, even before next week, we're going to come back together, because this is an incredibly important topic. And if we don't come together before next week, I want to wish everyone a very, very safe holiday weekend. Think about the reason we have a long weekend in front of us. It is because of the service. It is because of the dedication of our military. And as we wind up the month of military focus, I want everyone to think about it in their life. Where are they, and are they performing in their own excellence and in their most aligned and authentic way? Thanks for listening, and thanks for viewing The Reinvented Life.
Thank you for tuning in to The Reinvented Life with Pamela Chanel David. Tune in each week so we can work and grow together to become the best version of ourselves. Keep striving, keep dreaming, keep working, and embrace change. You may contact Pamela Chanel at info@thereinventedlife.com.